This past weekend, I had the opportunity to travel out to Chimera Golf Club, which is located in Henderson, Nevada. I haven't played out at this golf course in probably 5 or 6 years. I just prefer to play at other golf courses here in the city. So I was very excited when we got the opportunity to go out there and play. Uh, Chimera was originally opened in 2003. It's a Ted Robinson Jr. Design. He also designed the Phoenician in Arizona. And this golf course is known for being a fairly forgiving layout. The greens are a good size. There are some incredibly scenic views of the Las Vegas Strip, and there's a few high elevation changes on this golf course as well, which is kind of characteristic of many of the golf courses in the Henderson area. It has a great combination of tough holes and short holes. There are several par fours that are short enough that some of them are even drivable. It has some pretty difficult par threes on the golf course. So it's really a nice golf course to play for all handicaps of golfers. There are a ton of water features on this golf course. One particular hole number 9 is particularly difficult. So it is really a tremendous golf course. So this past weekend, we had the opportunity to go out there and play. And so when I first got there, it was pretty much what I had always remembered it to be. And then we got to the practice putting green. And this is what the practice putting green looked like. Now, I was a little bit discouraged because, historically, and I've been here in Las Vegas since 1991. So the courses go through seasons where they're in good shape and sometimes when they're in not so good shape. So this really didn't bode a lot of good confidence for me heading out to this golf course. Um, so as we got out onto the golf course, the conditions that you see there were present on, I would probably say 65, 70, 80% of the greens and the collars. On some of these holes, the collars were almost non-existent, making it completely unavailable to play over them. The greens were, although a relatively okay speed, they were extremely bumpy and they had a lot of areas where you could see that they were getting ready to die if they didn't do something about it. This golf course gets a lot of play, and so I don't think that the greens are going to be in great shape in just the next 2 or 3 weeks. The fairways were really not the best. So if you're one of those players who likes to play the ball down and thinks that moving the ball in the fairway is an abhorrent situation, Chimera right now is not the golf course for you. There are so many difficult lies in the fairway, so many bad patches in this fairway that it becomes unplayable. I'm not a big stickler for not for playing the ball down in the fairways because with the conditions of this particular golf course, I would rather beat you based on your skill, not because of a poor condition of a golf course. So take that with a grain of salt as you're heading out. So overall, one of the other things that really frustrates me about golf in Las Vegas, but it's something that you have to deal with when you live here as a local, is that the reality is that we live in a tourist area. And because of that, our green fees are probably inflated by 2 to 3 times. Golf courses like Chimera, um, in the Midwest or in Colorado or in other states would probably be a $35 to $40 golf course. But here in Nevada, on this particular day, we paid $93 as a local for this tee time, which I feel is just outrageous. And the golf courses are not going to tell you that the golf course is not in good shape. They really want to drive that revenue, and that's basically what they're concerned with. I wish it wasn't the case. You can often go on their websites and find out when they're aerating or when they're doing maintenance to the golf course. But when you have extremely poor conditions, they're not going to tell you. So during the summer months, if you come here to Vegas, beware. I will say, and I'll probably do a video on this in the future, is that the earlier you can get out, the better off you're going to be. Today here in Las Vegas at 9 o'clock in the morning, it was already 100 degrees. So be prepared for some heat when you come out here and play in the summers. And if you're not used to playing in the heat, it can be a totally different experience. So s- if you're looking for a fun golf course and you're not concerned about the condition and not being able to putt the ball the way you would normally putt, then Chimera might be right for you. You're so if you come here as a tourist, you're going to be paying probably well over $150, which in my estimation, this golf course is not worth it. This golf course as a local is not worth $93. I would put the price point at this golf course maybe at around $50 to $60, but that's my personal opinion. Um, I have had the opportunity over my 35 years in the golf business of having played some tremendous golf courses. There's nothing relatively special about this particular golf course. It's fun to play, but this golf course is really reflective of any number of golf courses that you can play in the Southwest here. So um, there are other golf courses in the area that would be a much better choice. We played Boulder Creek this week, which is in phenomenal condition. The greens are great. The fairways are uh, tour caliber. So maybe that's a choice. Maybe Cirquette. But then again, Cirquette is a little bit more on the expensive side, and I haven't been out to play it recently, but hopefully we will. So hopefully you have enjoyed this. My personal opinion, I would say give Chimera a pass for the next little while. It's not in the condition for the rates that they're charging, and there are other better choices in the Henderson area. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. And let me know what you think of Chimera. Maybe you have a totally different opinion about it, but let me know. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video.